G'day guys, my name's Josh. You can call me Woodle, and welcome back to 7 Days to Die in Alpha 18, where I am back in my testing world Woodle Park 2 to build another base. And this one's actually a follow-up to a base that I did probably about a week ago now by the time you guys are seeing this. In my head, everything's kind of scrambled. I don't know which video came out when, but a little while ago, I made an ocean base. I built a platform out in the middle of the sea, and no zombies could spawn anywhere near me. I was completely safe because I was so far out of the world that the zombies didn't get to me. I wasn't in the radiation zone yet, but I was far enough away from dry land that no zombies would spawn in blood moons, in wandering hordes, the screamers, nothing. But a lot of people responded to that video by talking about what would happen if I built it a bit closer. You know, not so far out of the way that the zombies didn't show up, because then you don't get the experience, but a little bit closer to land, so you still had some zombies to fight here and there. So that is what I'm here to do today. I'm going to build another ocean base, this time a little bit differently, and also using a couple of different methods that I learned from the comments in the last one to try and make something that we can actually use to progress in the game, not just stay away from the game. So before I head out to the coastline once again, as always, I need to welcome some more lovely people both into the MVP Tower and the Hall of Legends down below. And today we are welcoming up onto the honors board Crazed_Wombat. So Crazed Wombat, there is your place. Thank you very much for all of your wonderful support. But this time, instead of going down the stairs, I'm going to take a different way down into the Hall of Legends, because I've never done it before, but I kind of want to do it now. Let's just go over here and just go boop, just like that. I have a wonderful skylight here, but hey, I want to take the plunge from all the way up the top. It's a water episode, so let's keep it all watery and wetty and moist, although I swim like I'm trying to get through wet cement. Get up to the oxygen again. Alright, there we go. The other people getting welcome into the Hall of Legends today as well are, this side, Doug J and Kendra. So thank you three, and thank everybody else in the now completed Hall of Legends. I finally finished off this wing, so this building is as big as it's ever going to be. Look how big it is. I'm not sure if I'll actually get to fill up this side with names with all the ideas I got left. I don't know about that, but even so, it's filling up more and more every day, and I thank you all for that from the bottom of my heart. Alright. That done, let's head north. Let's head back to the coast, back to Woodle Cove, past the baseball field and Zombie Plinko. Let's go build ourselves another base. That was quite a long intro, wasn't it? That's right though, sometimes these things take time, but I'm back out at my ocean base, which I really quite love. I love the design of it, got like a nice outdoor area out here, got the drawbridge to the bridge I haven't built yet. So one of the things people are asking as well, if I built the bridge, would zombies spawn on top of it? And the answer to that is no. Zombies do not spawn on top of blocks that the player has created and placed. So if you build yourself something, zombies won't spawn on top of it, even if it's the only option all the way around here, because it doesn't get calculated into the zombies spawning, because it doesn't know what kind of block that actually is. So it avoids it where it can, and in that case it wouldn't spawn on top of it at all, so we'll be fine all the way out here. But I'm not going to stay this far away from land for this one. As much as I love that one, I need to populate Woodle Cove, ruin that Muppet's view by building another base far closer to land, because we want the zombies to actually come to us. They do walk along the seabed, they go along the floor, they don't swim, but we want to be able to use that to our advantage somehow. The XP you get from Horde Night is the only reason you should actually go through Horde Night. There's no, the loot from it is always terrible, so there's not particularly much reason. So just around here somewhere, where the seabed starts going down, not where it's flat down there where the other one's built, just around here somewhere, a much more feasible build, also means you don't have to swim down quite as far to place all the blocks, so hopefully you won't drown. I think for this one, I'm going to build it without any of the God mode stuff. Rather than turning on God mode and be able to fly through the water super fast, I'm going to do it as if I was doing it in survival, and just kind of swim my way out there and see how far I can get. Now the good news is that like swimming up, so kind of like holding spacebar to jump so you're staying on the surface, doesn't take any stamina, which is good, because if it did, you would drown rather quickly. I'm going to swim my way out here, a reasonable difference. There is like a sandbar underneath here, like all the way out there. There's like a sandbar over there, but given that I'm now dealing with zombies again, I don't want to build on top of that one, because if I don't know how they're going to react to that. The worst thing could happen out there is that they could tunnel away into the sandbar, destroy the foundations of my building, and collapse it all into the sea. I don't want that to happen, so instead I'm just going to swim a reasonable distance out. This is taking a lot longer than I'd want it to. Got some nice cliffs to look at though. We'll go all the way out here a fair distance, then we can just swim down and start. Oh god, it's already very deep. Maybe I should just do it here. It got very deep very quick, much faster than I was expecting it to. Is that a landmine under the water over there? Are the hubcaps in the desert landmines? Because there's a lot of these around. Or maybe that's like a deterrence kind of thing, to put landmines in the ocean to stop you walking along the seabed. Because there's a lot of hubcaps out here. Far more than I'd probably really expect. If I can shoot one and see what happens to it. I don't know what just flew up to the surface, but okay. I didn't explode when I shot it, so I don't know what it is. No, it just broke. Okay, maybe it's on a landmine. I don't know. Either way, this is the spot I'm going to choose. Far enough away from the shore that I feel like it's got a nice spot, but also close enough that it's still rendering in all the shrubs and stuff over there, so it should still spawn the zombies. So I'm just going to go straight down like this, all the way down. Come on, keep going, buddy. I want you to get down to the bottom, and I'm going to use a little trick that I read in the comments. And so I'm going to try and put a ladder up the side of the first column. The ladder doesn't remove the water blocks. I thought it might, but it doesn't. It doesn't make an air pocket for you to use, but it does mean that you can go up and down much faster. So I'm going to go like this, going to get all the way down. Come on, reach, buddy, reach, place a block all the way down. I've got 40 seconds left of oxygen. There we go. All right, now we're starting to cook with some gasoline. There we go. Hold S to go up a little bit faster, and shift and jump, holding like 3 buttons at the same time. But I'm going up. If I can get back up to the surface in this one move, then I'll be pretty happy with that. And it means that we shouldn't ever die even before we start using the ladders to get around. 20 seconds of oxygen. Yeah, we've got this easy. There we go. Didn't even take any damage at all. Place the last couple of blocks just like that. There we go. Okay, now let's get ourselves a ladder like that, and we're going to bang this just down one of the sides of this pole. Now, as you can see, oops, that was the wrong spot. It doesn't get rid of the water at all if I get rid of that one up the top, misplaced, like that. But it does mean that I can go over to the ladder, and I can now go up and down much faster than I could before. Go up a little bit. Oh, shit, just to place it on that extra little block. Look how fast I'm moving now. So if I wanted to get down to do some more building, placing a ladder across the initial pylon is definitely the way to go. I'm only going to put the ladder to 4 blocks above the base. I don't want to go all the way to the base, because that's going to come in handy later. Oh, God, I just fell all the way down. I know I'm running out of air. Grab the freaking ladder rungs, then you muppet, and climb back up to the surface. Oh, this is awkward. I've been talking about this ladder this whole time. Now, suddenly, my muppet can't grab it. Grab the rungs. There you go. Jeez, that was really embarrassing. For some reason, the guy was looking at the ladder going, I don't know what to do here. It's a bloody ladder, dude. Put your leg on one and your hands on the other and just go up. Right, so that one's now done. I can start putting the other pylons. But yeah, there's no gap in the water here. You still have that nice aesthetic look to the water, nice flat surface, which is what I want. But you can get up and down much faster. Oh, that's interesting. We've got some zombies on the seafloor already, cruising through, jumping around, taking a nice little dip on a hot summer's day. Alright, well that's good. That proves our theory that if we're close enough to the shore for the leaves to spawn up there, then it will spawn some zombies. Now, she didn't spawn under the water as far as I can tell. It looked like she walked this way from the beach and headed out into the ocean, and that's alright. I don't even mind if they do spawn underwater, because I have a plan for it. You can see with my column, rather than last time where I built a whole bunch of separate little pylons, with this I built one 3x3 column, and that ladder on the inside, because it counts as that block, it's actually removed all the water. When I sealed it all up, all the water was already removed around the ladder, so I had a nice easy access point. That goes all the way down to just above the seabed, because I'm gonna have to build some sort of, like, I don't know, like zombie-proof wall or something, I guess, against the pylon down the bottom. When the zombies come and show up, I want to make sure they're not destroying this. If they destroy my ocean base, I'm gonna be pretty upset. But at this point, we know how to counter the zombies. It's pretty easy now, with just a couple of different blocks to make the zombies completely toothless, I guess, against your base. We remove their supersonic, super-powered auger hands and keep our bases nice and stiff. So I've got that pylon there, and then just on the top, I'm just going to extend that out just a little bit. Doesn't have to be too much. We don't need that much space. Remember, because these pylons here go all the way down to the bottom and then continue down to bedrock, as far as the game's concerned, it calculates its physics from this point here. So we can go up as high as well. We could build this to the roof. We go from bedrock to the roof of the world if we really wanted to. I'm not going to. I don't have that much time on my hands. I'm going to spread this out into a nice little platform like this for somewhere for me to live. I've painted the whole platform to look like the smooth concrete, not the reinforced stuff, just because it's a bit smoother, a bit more Mediterranean, which I kind of like. And on the outsides here, I'm going to do what I did last time and bang in some stairs again, because when I'm in the water, I need a way to get back up onto land again, because you can't jump that high. If I'm here, I'm just going to like push and smear my nose until my nostrils start bleeding against the concrete. But I have stairs like this. I know I could use ladders, but I like the stairs better. If I have stairs, I can just come up like that, easy as you like. Now, I can place it from like being, oh shit, from being up on the platform platform if I get right on the edge there. It's kind of one of those times where you miss like that feature in Minecraft where you hold shift and you don't fall off edges. That would be a wonderful feature to have. Like, you know, just basically being careful in 7 days isn't really a thing. But I'd love to have that in this to make life just a little bit better. You can place like that if you really want to, and have some stairs on every side, just so if you do happen to swim over here, you're not floundering around in the water like a mupp. There we go, that looks pretty good. Just finish off that. If you stay on the surface, you can move reasonably fast, plus sometimes you like get your little toesies out of the water and you shoot across a little bit quicker. This is turned into a much bigger platform than I was really expecting to start with. How's my stability looking? Show stability. Yeah, no, I'm pretty fine all the way on the sides. I wouldn't go too much further though, because remember I still need to build up. I mean, look, you can build just a platform if you really wanted to, but that's no fun. You know, having just one flat disc of base out in the middle of the ocean, that's no fun for anyone. So I'm going to build up a little bit, and stability isn't too much of an issue right now, so I'll turn that one back off again. We're all looking pretty good. This is still only off that short little pillar in the middle. So 3x3, not much of a pillar at all, but it's holding up reasonably well. I think we'll do pretty okay. What I want to do now is start building the room in the center. So I've got stairs on the outside. I want to keep like a veranda just for aesthetics. And in the middle, in fact, let's not use that one. Let's use, let's go just regular concrete. Oh, let's go R-conc so I can just paint it later and I can get all the different shapes that I need. Let's get like a pillar kind of thing. I could use the round pillars. That's not really my jam. What about like a quarter block? Are there quarters? I'm pretty sure there is. I'm going to find the right block. While I'm at it, just bang a cheeky vault hatch on top of the ladder there so I don't fall down and break my ankles. Not that I really can because the ladder takes up that whole block in there. But just for safekeeping, you know, I don't want to take any chances when you're this far away from any sort of medical help. Oh, that's something I forgot to mention before. If you were building the big base, like you were going all the way down to the ocean floor back up again, you started to drown, you can bang on a first aid kit. Like as you're drowning, you could use a first aid kit and it will heal you again and get some more time before you drown. So you can heal yourself as you're drowning, which is weird. I don't know how putting a bandage on gets the water out of your lungs, but whatever. You can do that if you need to. So now I've got this going here. I need to start. I'm going to just quickly build the top story, or not the top story, the next story as well, just to kind of get some sort of base going here before I start running some tests. I want to have like the foundations done so that the zombie pathing will be the same when the base gets bigger, because if you test it with just like with nothing there, it might be different when you start putting in walls and like other things to block their path. You got to make sure you have some sort of base before you run your tests. Oh, yeah, okay, well, I'm gonna have some sort of base before I run my test. How about no base? Alright, cool. I just checked all my freaking stability and it was fine. Now I have this mess at the bottom of my tower that I have to clean up. Oh, that's real frustrating. That's really frustrating. Why did that happen? Why? Oh, we were fine. That's such horseshit. Look at that. Now the seabed underneath my base is all sorts of messed up too. Oh, that's so frustrating. Well, I hope you guys learned from my mistake and don't get your eyes nearly as big as mine did. I got greedy. I got definitely greedy on that Mesh Weight Data shirt. Just a big got greedy because I tried to go too big too quick and I ruined everything. Let's just make this a little bit smaller now. I've still got the outline of the water around me. I'm going to build kind of close to that. Yeah, I spread out way too far, way too early. In fact, even later on, that would have been a bad idea. Let's just go 2 on either side. Yeah, that'll be fine. Let's not push our luck. Let's just get what we need and then move on, and don't try and make some stupid floating mansion that the physics can't handle. I refuse to leave these ugly patches of ocean here. I've got to go the hard way to fix this up, by putting blocks over the top like that. Now it's still going to make like the running water sound, so I quickly just place some water blocks underneath. Oh, I'm so mad at myself. I'm so mad at myself. I didn't have work to do. I'd go and stand in the corner and scream into the soundproofing. Oh, I'm so frustrated. Alright, so we're back to this again. We're back to where we left off before. Now we can put our stairs back in. Again, not going too big too early. I definitely spread out way too far before when I started putting the stairs in. So just little ones like that is all we need. Let's not stretch it. Alright, much smaller this time, but I'm also going to take the measure of just really reinforcing this by putting some solid blocks in like this. I didn't have that last time, which is very silly of me. I can still get in to the ladder that goes downstairs. That's still fine like that. But this is all connected to this massive pylon in the middle here. So this is where I want all of my structural stability to come from, rather than the pylons on the outside. That was the worst thing that I did there. Built smaller pylons to try to put things on top of it. And so, of course, that all fell down. Of course, it all ended in tears. Not just my tears, but the tears of all the zombie workers out there who made all this concrete for me. They broke their zombified backs, and I threw it all into the ocean. That's an awful way to do it. Alright, let's go like that. That should be, we've got 1, 2, 3, and that can be the floor up there. Oh, okay, yeah, I'm still so mad at myself though. That was rookie hour. Getting a bit carried away with the building, but that's okay. I just need to make this next level. If I can get up to there, then that's going to dictate how the zombies path for everything from now on. I can quicker run a horde or a screamer or a wandering or whatever. Whatever I need to do will come in and work the same way this time as it does every other time after this. Let's quickly just connect all that up. There we go. Oh, I mean, look, I've got the staircase going up. It looks a little bit silly, but that's okay. More importantly, I've got a nice little area down here. It's shaded, so we're going to get melanoma. We can go for a swim. We've got stairs on all the sides. It's still not as nice as the original ocean base out there, but that's not what this is all about. That's luxurious. That's like, you know, the 300-meter luxury yacht all the way out there off the coast. That's like the pinnacle of luxury and safety and awesome. This is like your little tinny. This is your little dinghy. You come out with a 6-pack of froths in your, like, barely chilled esky, throw a fishing line in the water, and just have a good old rip-roaring day. This is what this is all about. This is so you can kill some zombies. That one out there is so you can avoid the zombies, and that is fine. So now I've got this going. Let's see if we can spawn in some wandering hordes and see where they actually come from. Let's go spawn wandering horde. Find target, wait 12 hours. I hate how it does that. Let's just spawn in a screamer instead. Spawn, no, that's how you spawn at all. Spawn scouts. There we go. Spawn that one. How's that going to go? Yep, spawn some scouts in. How are we going to go? Where are they going to come from? Where are they going to go? Are they cutting Eye Joe, or are they just going to completely ignore me? There we go. They're coming in from the coast. You can see them just kind of sink into the water. Let's see if I can spawn another one in. If I look away and look back again, is that spawned out there? We've got a rabbit downstairs, got a screamer down there. Are they coming from any other direction? No, so they have to spawn on the riverbank, on the ocean bank rather, and then come in from that direction. That's fine with me. I don't particularly mind. We can just murder these muppets downstairs so I can spawn in some more. There we go. All right, I want to see them like just kind of trundle into the water. Let's pop out of my body and go over to the bank. We can just sort out the rest of the bodies down here as well. Get rid of you. There's a rabbit over here. Get rid of you too. So Flopsy, you're gone now. All right, let's go like this. Let's get another one. Spawn scouts. Let's just spawn a bunch of them. Fuck it, why not? You can't have too many scouts. All right, there we go. There's one. How are you going to go? I want to see. Yep, look at that. On the trot, on the run, and bloop. If fully clothed, wearing a full-length dress. That's bold of you. Going to head all the way out there, out to the pillar of my base. I like you can see it from the shore as well. It looks kind of nice. Okay, she's going to go for a trundle. None of her other friends spawned because they couldn't because their spawn points were in the water. That's right. That bodes well for the horde. That means when the Blood Moon Horde shows up, they're going to spawn on the bank here and head that way. So they'll always come from the same direction and won't be any real worries for me. There we go. Got a wandering horde to spawn. Let's go back to daylight so we can see him again. Had to go back to nighttime because in the nighttime, it waits 2 hours to spawn a wandering horde, which is why you get so many more wandering hordes in the nighttime than you do in the day. That's why that happens. That's why it's coded that way. What have we got out here? In fact, we've got a Muppet all the way over there by himself, just kind of chilling. A fat Hawaiian going to the beach. That's fine. ScoMo's come out to play. What else we got down here? So these guys are going to cruise through the ocean. I'm going to let these guys live because I want to see what happens when they get to the base of my tower down there. I have my suspicions, but I've never actually watched a zombie break something underwater in Alpha 18. I've seen them do it in every other Alpha, but not in this one. Let's quickly just destroy all the other obstacles around here. Look at my haggard ground after my collapse before. That's so frustrating. But those guys are cruising through lovely dovely. While I'm waiting for them, actually, what I might do, I've changed my mind about how I'm going to go up and down the different levels. Before I had the stairs, but I hated how much space it took up. It just looked ugly. So instead, I'm going to go like this and place these ladders like that up the other side. You kind of, if you interchange the ladders like that, then you can change how you get to different levels. So like from here, for example, if I go straight up, then I come out the top and I can just kind of duck out onto the platform here, easy as that. And I go up to the next level like that, easy as pie. In fact, they sound like they're down at the bottom of my base right about now. They are, and they're breaking on stuff. So they're breaking stuff the same as they normally would. Are they doing the same amount of damage? I can't see the damage of the blocks. Let's get ourselves a hammer just to see what the health is like on those blocks down there, because they're probably doing a number on them, or maybe not doing much at all. Oh, they're not doing much at all. I feel like the damage will be going up far, far faster on a regular, like, outside dry land. Like, this is only concrete. This isn't anything particularly impressive, but it seems to be doing reasonably well. Let's get rid of these idiots because they're not doing what I want them to do. Maybe. I'll go and build a quick little cube up on the beach up there and see how much faster those guys take to that one. Because so far, they're not really doing anything that worries me at all. There's not really much damage going down at all. Alright, very, very interesting. We've got 5 zombies here, not doing much damage at all. Alright, that's very... What was it like? Oh, okay, so, what, 10 damage per hit, 9 damage per hit. I can definitely try and replicate that. Very interesting. I've come back to dry land to quickly build exactly what I've got back underwater over there, up in the north. Up in Shawoodle Cove, it is just a 3x3x3 cube that those zombies are focusing on. Like, sure, the pillar goes all the way up, but the actual effective part, the part that the zombies are at, is just a cube like this. So if I just stand on top of that, let's go like that. Let's get ourselves some zombies. What was it? There's a couple of Darlenes, got a couple of you. There's a couple of cheerleaders, and like, I don't even know what the other one was. Was it an Arlene? I can't quite remember. I know she was down there somewhere. I don't know if she was the main one though. My body's not quite centered in my camera. There we go. That's a bit better. All right, let's get their attention and let's see how these guys go compared to the other ones. So those guys were doing like 9 damage per hit. What are you doing this? Look, it's already going down far faster than it was before. Yeah, it's still only 9 damage per hit though, so the damage levels are the same. They were just hitting it far slower in the underwater area. I mean, they're kind of more grouped up, I suppose. I don't know. So the damage per hit is the same, but I definitely feel like the ones in the underwater were lasting longer than this. Maybe their strike rate is slower under the water because everything else is slow. I'm not sure. I might have to check the footage on that one. But that's pretty good though. At least we know that when they punch it, they do the same amount of damage. They're just doing it slower, which works for me. Before I send the Blood Moon Horde at this, I want to start making some anti-zombie measures. Like, I've got the kind of the bases of the base up here. The bases of the base. I've got the bases of the base up here already. I'm going to start building on top of that. I mean, this isn't going to be as flamboyant as the other. Again, this is a dinghy, not a yacht. So I might just build like a single room up here to live in, some crafting stations and whatnot, because this is all you really need. You don't even really need the ground floor. I just like having an area, especially coming out of like the water or whatever, like a landing area to kind of get there, get dry, get yourself sorted before you tramp your dirty ass smelly feet that are sopping wet and got to ruin all your carpet upstairs up to your living area. Just kind of, you know, some quality of life improvements, just a little bit. In fact, what we can actually do here as well, let's go here, let's go sheet, just because I can, and just kind of just finish up. Oh no, I can't because that's all plates up the top. Alright, never mind. I'll leave it open then. Don't even care. Let's get a nice stiff breeze coming through and drying off our ladder. But down the bottom, I think I'm going to use... I mean, look, the wedge chips are by far the best block in Alpha 18. We've been through that before. We've tested a whole bunch of different stuff, and the wedge chips absolutely trounce any other blocks that might be coming close to it. So let's quickly just sort out this whole hole here, like that. Get that all nice and flat again. I've ruined my seabed. I'm very annoyed about that. That one collapse has cost me so much. Actually, that was one too many. Right, get rid of that one. All right, that's reasonably okay though. I'm gonna have to flatten all this out anyway, because what I'm thinking is getting myself some. Let's go conk again, and let's get our where are our wedge tips? Wedge tip like that. Now to make the wedge tips, you the easiest way to do it is to start at flagstone. You hold the flagstone block, you press R, you choose wedge tips. That's the easiest way to get those. But I'm just kind of skipping all the upgrading steps, going straight to the blocks that I need. And for this one, look, the 4-block high wedge tip wall has worked a treat for me in the past. But for this, because I'm going to be running against a whole horde at it, and it's going to be quite a lot of zombies all stacked up in one small area, they're going to have a chance to spread out like they do on like some of the bigger walls, some of the bigger builds. For this one, I'm going to go 6 tall. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So that's going to be the tallest wedge tip up on there. Let's go on face even like that. There we go. Get that face in the right way like that. That is going to be the top of my anti-zombie defenses. It's a long way up, but that's the kind of that's the thing you got to do when you really want to make sure that no zombie is going to collapse your entire ocean base. So interesting. There's an Arlene over here who was definitely spawned here because her AI is off. Look, I can see it right in front of her and nothing will happen because she can't move because her AI is disabled. So she's definitely spawned. So I guess they do kind of sometimes spawn underwater. I don't know, that's a little bit interesting. I don't need you right now though, so I'll quickly just get rid of you. I'm in the process of finishing off my zombie proofing on the bottom of it though. It looks kind of nice. It makes it look like it does actually look stable enough to hold up all the weight up the top there. Rather than like the 7 days to die physics, it looks like it has some actual physics going on. So just putting the last touches in, putting the corners on, which are deadly important. If you don't have the corners, then that's where the zombies will get stuck and they'll break it all down anyway. So I need this one, let's put you down there. I also need the one that matches it, which is that one there. There we go, and just bang them in the corners like that, and like that, and like that. 6 high, I mean, the 6 high wall does look rather big and rather impressive. I don't know, I just think it is going to be absolutely worth it in the long run, because we've seen how zombies stack and pile up and stuff before, and I think now that they're moving slower, there's probably a better chance that they will stack up all in the same spot. So I definitely think this is definitely going to be worthwhile, especially with the bigger Blood Moon hordes that you get later on in the game. I've given the pyramid at the bottom here a nice little coat of paint. Oh, just so it matches the rest of the pile on here. It's all nice and smooth concrete. A wandering horde has just shown up. Well, that's nice and convenient. I mean, look, you're welcome to test it all again. I just built it, but that's fine. You're just gonna like, jump around like a bunch of Muppets. Yeah, nah, that's fine. This must be one of the hordes I called in a long time ago, because they've started up on the beach up there. There's only a couple of them down here. In fact, they've already given up. They were just cruising through. That's one of the nice things. Oh, no, actually, no, I've got their attention again. That's one of the nice things about having something that doesn't catch the zombies. If a wandering horde is passing through, they'll hit the slopes and they'll slide along the outside without too much issue. But I was already down underwater, so I've already got their attention, so I may as well just kill them now. Well, look, they're not doing any damage. In fact, they can barely even jump. They've got like a solid 1 foot vertical. Boy, you are just like me. You've got the vertical leap of me, and I am pathetic in the verts. That's just embarrassing. That's making me feel better about my athletic prowess, and that is saying something. So I'll get rid of you, Muppets, because I don't need you anymore. But thank you for showing up just at the right time, right when I didn't need you. So that's good. I have everything matching. I have everything working. Everything is looking nice. But one thing I do need to do, so just like that, say a horde shows up in the middle of the night or whatever, and you want to go down and harvest some experience. You want to go down and actually get something out of the horde, whether it be experience or loot or whatever. You need a way to actually fight the zombies. So what I'm thinking is, I've got all of this lined up nicely down here, and just inside here, you may have noticed that the ladder doesn't go all the way down to the sea floor. It just goes down to the top of these ramps here, and that is because what I'm planning here is on either side of this ladder, so like there, for example, and there, and there. Now, this is going to weaken the structural integrity up the top, make sure nothing's collapsed. No, we're all looking good. So, like, I'm getting rid of some of the blocks that's holding everything up, but that's okay, because what I'm going to do is get some doors that I've already got, and go like this, and just bang them on the outside like that. In fact, I might even go all the way around. Sorry, ladder, I know you're there for a good reason, but I don't need you there anymore. Let's get rid of you and you. Hopefully nothing's collapsing above me. Really embarrassing if it was. Go like that. There we go. So put some doors there, because now the game sees that as those blocks being taken up by the doors and nothing else. I can get rid of you, get rid of that little bit of water, and I can go all the way down, and if I stand here, I can open up these doors, and it's really nice that I can see through the water. One of the things that they brought in to Alpha 18 is that, like, firearms and stuff don't work underwater anymore. So if I cruise out there with a pistol, for example, let's grab a pistol like this. If I grab this and I jump out in the water, I cannot use this at this time. It's jammed my gun, which isn't actually how guns work at all, but okay, sure. Cannot use firearms underwater anymore. But if I go in here and I look out this open door out into the water, I can shoot down there easy peasy. Look, I can even get rid of some of the weeds. I can do some weed whacking from up high with just my firearms. So I can kind of get around that little thing they brought in for Alpha 18 by standing in this one little square away from all the rest of that. Now, I might need to work out something so I can actually see the zombie heads a little bit better for like some of the, like the crawlers or the spiders. But that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to have this little area here in case I want to come fight the hordes. Then I can jump back on the ladder and go back up to the top, happy as Larry. I really probably didn't need to make this 6 high. I wasn't really accounting for the fact that zombies can jump even less in water than they can normally. I was trying to plan for the zombie Jenga thing, but if they can't jump high enough to get on top of each other, I've got nothing to really worry about. But I built a 6 high now anyway, which I'm a fan of. It looks kind of nice. I thought I heard something, but it sounded like there was something like throbbing in my ears. But there we go, got the doors closed, everything's fine down there. So now that I have the zombie defenses all worked out, maybe it's time I finished actually building the house on top. I just want one nice room up above all of this, and we should be reasonably good to go, I think. But one thing I'm kind of thinking of, I did grab some of the windows, the same windows I used over in the cliff base, which is one of my favorite bases of all time. So I'm gonna build it exactly the same, but relatively similar. I'm annoyed about this, right? So I can't place the windows where I want them because I've got this stupid quarter block on the outside here. I don't really know what I'm going to do about that. Do I go, oh, and I can't even place, look, if I place that window there, I then can't match it without going on the outside like that, but then I can't place the window panes in it. Oh, that's frustrating. That's real frustrating. Okay, now I have to sort something out for the corners, maybe like a ramp or something. I need my room to have lovely windows. What's the point in building in a scenic area if I can't enjoy the scenery? Oh, that's frustrating. My previous building decisions have come back to haunt me. Oh, I don't like that at all. I built a little cage on the inside just to house the window panes themselves. If I get the advanced rotation going, get it on its side, please. I hate the rotation for these things. Like, these specialty blocks need to be in a certain place, and getting to that one particular thing always makes me nervous, because that's the time when I'm going to miss it, over-click, and have to go all the way through the cycle again. But every time it's on its side like that, I know it's going to fit one of the pieces here, like that one there. No, that one there. Okay, good. Oh, yeah, I don't know. I just don't like the look of this, though, because I have this stupid gutter around the outside here. I don't know what I'm going to do about that, but I can't go back and rebuild all of this now. It's already there. I don't want to waste too much time on that. That one goes like that one there. I'm not sure. I'm going to put the windows in and see where we end up. I just want to have these windows all the time. I really wish I could build them all the time for everything, because they just look so much better than the normal, like, yucky, gross, muddy ones. Just banging the windows in now. Got all the frames up. I'm not going to put a window ceiling in. That's reserved for the cliff base. I love that base. It's one of my favorite bases I've ever made. And I really like that window ceiling. So I'm going to leave it just for that one. Just a little something special. Just an extra little sprinkle of fuck yeah on top of an already pretty outstanding base, if I'm not gonna lie. But I am rather nervous at putting all these blocks down, because the structural integrity of this is pretty questionable. Especially now I've taken out a quarter of the blocks that's holding it up. So I'm very nervous about putting extra weight on. That was the wrong place to put that. Get rid of you. I just don't want anything to go wrong now. If this collapses now, I may just leave and go home. I may just go scream into the corner and just give up on everything that I had planned today, because that would just absolutely ruin me. But so far so good. Got my windows in. What am I going to do about... Oh, actually, you know what I can do? Let's get these ones. I think these are already painted to look like concrete. Yes, they are. And let's go like this. Let's get a nice little, like, kind of roof to match it. That might make it look a little bit better. If I have it matching on both sides, it may not look quite as ugly as it did before. How's that gonna look? I think I also had these ones. Let's grab that one there like that and just bang you into the corner. How is that gonna look? That actually looks pretty acceptable. If you get it to match on both sides, it doesn't look quite as dumb. Now it just looks like we've got a nice, like, little windowsill with some plants or some herbs or spices or whatever. We can make a full bucket of KFC chicken out here. Just plant it all along the outside of the window. God, my words are just not working today. For a person who's been speaking English for their entire life, I sure am cocking this up. Just put in the last little bits of ceiling and we should be all good to go. In fact, what I will do, I'll leave this last little piece empty here, because I've got this whole, like, column of ladders all through the middle here, which I really quite like. I like having a central area to get in and get out of whatever kind of situation we need to be. If I need to go to any floor, I'll just make my way to the middle of the building, and that's all I need to do. So I'm going to go all the way up to the roof like that. Now, roof access is optional. Don't particularly need it. I mean, I'm fine just being in here. It's actually rather spacious in here, all being said. Nice thick rafters holding everything up. Can go up to the top if I really want to get some extra sun. I can go sunbaking up on the roof. In fact, you know what? Just like in the last one, let's get ourselves some couches. Let's get this one. Get rid of the ladders, and let's just bang this right about there. You know, let's get some nice little lounges up here for when you have the boys over for some frothies. You can sit here, look out at the killer bloody view. Look at that. That's a view for the ages. Sit here, drink some froths, and chat shit. That's what the boys want to do, and this is a fine place to do it. It wouldn't be a party pad unless we had the water slide on the roof. What's the point in building a base in the middle of the ocean if you can't have a lovely water slide? Go down there, kick off the edge, land in some nice deep water, swim back over here, and get back up to the top. That works perfectly. I still need to, like, do some interior decorating on this actual room here. Bang a bed or something in, some crafting stuff. But that's good. It's all starting to come together. Look, just that extra little bit of green, just a little touch of plants just makes it look just a little nice little bit better. Everything was kind of bleak and boring before. Even just a splash of green makes something a bit more livable. That's just like interior design 101. Add some colors to your life and everything gets a bit better. I'm using some of the tricks that we've learned previously, like banging lanterns inside end tables like that, which gives it a nice little effect. Everything's now nice and lit up. Got my bed facing the window. It's a two wide bed, so it's even in an odd built room, so I can't put it right in the middle, which is kind of annoying. But that does allow me to get, for example, let's get like a workbench, let's get a forge as well. Let's get a couple of forges actually. Let's also get some storage. Now I know this isn't particularly important for the base itself, but I like pretending like I actually live here to make it feel a little bit more useful, I suppose. Let's get you guys down here as well. Let's just bang the workbench right in the middle with some forges. Just one forge next to it, actually. Actually, I kind of hate that. I kind of hate how that's all laid out. Let's ignore that. Let's go like this. Let's get another workbench. This is the thing, you know. I go in, I just kind of throw things together. Sometimes it works out. Most of the time, though, it looks horrendous. That looks a bit better, though. I'm happy with that one. Banging some trellis behind the bed to make it look a little bit more like secluded, a little bit more safe. You know, you don't want any Muppets coming up the stairs and being able to get straight onto your bedroom. Like, this is the work area. You know, all around here is the work, and when you're going to have a nap in the middle of all your forging and stuff, when it's waiting for ages for something to build, you go have a quick little kip looking out at that view, and that's everything you can ever want. Plus, when the boys are getting rowdy up on the roof, you want to make sure that they know not to go and do unspeakable things to your bed, because you have to replace your bed after you have to replace an esky full of frothies. Speaking of esky, I need an esky. zombie, you're gonna get pretty upset with that. Let's grab you. Let's just bang that right in the middle. Gives us a footrest or whatever. It's also full of frost, which is good. I think we're just about ready to go, so I'm gonna skip ahead to the Horde night. It's day 14, not that it particularly matters in this case, and I've got a couple of different weapons to choose from. Let's just leave it about there so it can tick over in its own time. There is the thunder. It's on its way. I don't like how it gets so foggy so you can't see the wonderful landscape once the Horde actually closes in. I just realized that the red dot in the middle of this red dot side is very, very pale and kind of darker than some of the scratches, which is kind of annoying, but oh well, whatever. We'll move on. So I've got two different guns. I've got a fully outfitted AK that's of course purple, and a fully purple awesome marks rifle, which looks absolutely freaking dope with the purple camo, by the way. That looks sick. So this one has a bunch of mods, but this one is loaded with armor-piercing rounds. So if a demolisher or something big and scary shows up, I can shoot it with this and get a number done on it. Or for regular zombies, I've got my AK loaded with hollow points, so I can do whatever I need to do regardless of who shows up. That was the start of the Horde. Has anyone actually spawned in yet? Doesn't look like they have. This could be. So one of my theories with this is, like, even though I've built this, you know, close enough to land that zombies do spawn, that doesn't necessarily mean that every wave of the zombies is going to spawn there. The way that Horde Nights work now is they spawn different waves in different points. So if it's trying to spawn a wave out there, clearly it can't. I thought I heard a zombie then for a second. I would have seen some of its information pop up. So yeah, it can't spawn a horde over there still, but it can spawn a horde here. So I might need to go over to land, get some zombies to spawn behind me, because I assume as soon as I get close to land over here, they'll probably spawn to my north. Oh, no, okay, they're spawning a little bit around me. That's all right. Most of them should spawn this way, though. Yeah, okay. Oh, I was trying to spawn over to my west. Okay, that makes a lot more sense. All right, so now they're on the land, they will come out here. So, yeah, some of the waves will be stopped from spawning, but that's all right. Eventually, they'll decide to spawn in a different area, and then look at that. Then you have a whole wave of zombies to contend with. They're starting to get a little bit close, so it's probably time for me to head down there and actually start getting on the defense. God, that was almost interesting. Almost fell all the way down the ladder shaft. Turn the light off. It's very bright in here. This is why I kind of don't like the normal concrete, because it's very bright and very hard to see. Let's open up all these doors and see what we have to deal with. Oh, look, there's some up right there. Boom, right in the guts. That was an armor piece. Sorry about that, buddy. But look, they're all just kind of cruising up nice and slowly with nothing to worry about. Look, that's a dog, and look how slowly that dog is moving. To a lot as you actually see. Plenty of time to line up an easy headshot on all of these clouds. And if they do get nice and close, where are they? There they are. Even though I'm underwater, I'm not actually in the water, so I can still use my firearms and not have to worry. I take 2 steps forward, suddenly I'm in the water, and it's like, yeah, nah, mate, you can't shoot your gun here. Sorry, but no sorry. So I can't do that, but if I take a step back, I can line him up. Oh, and miss the shot again. Wait for it. Put one right through his skull. Okay. Right, so that worked absolutely fine and dandy. What else can we do with this, though? I just want to quickly test. I haven't tested it before. I believe the update to this, like the no underwater weapons thing, it still allows you to use your bow. So if I come out here with the bow... No, I can't use the bow either. I've got ammos. Why can't I... It's the same as a gun. That's bullshit. It's a freaking bow. I thought the whole point was the bows would work underwater now. Unless it's... Oh, wait. Is it gonna be an absolute marp and just like force me to use the ugly, annoying, absolute death trap that is the crossbow? I don't want to use the crossbow. It is the worst kind of cake. It is the carrot cake to everything else's sponge cake. Is this gonna fire underwater? The crossbow still fires up. Well, congratulations, crossbow. You finally have something worthwhile in this world. I still won't use you. Even if I built this base, I would not use the crossbow because I just don't want to die. I'm surprised I haven't died already. I've had the crossbow in my hands for more than 2 seconds. Normally, that means I'm about to get riddled by a Yeti. But so far, so good, actually. The base is working as planned. I can sit back here. In fact, you could make the pillars skinnier if you wanted to. I'm not going to go and rebuild it after all. But if you made these like skinnier pillars, you'd have more room to move around. You could get more angle of, or viewing angle, I suppose I'm looking for, down there as well, and just start killing some zombies, you know? Easy as that, nothing to worry about. While the rest of the horde is slowly closing in on me, I might just go down here. Oh god, I can put lanterns underwater. I was worried about that. I want to get some light down here so I can actually see. It's a little bit dark and gloomy given that I'm, you know, a long way under the waves. Let's go over here, bang another lantern there. Alright, that should be enough to light up most of it. That horde's still coming for me. That works an absolute treat. So I can just kind of chill out up here. I have the guns that I need if I actually do need it. It's getting pretty late actually. But when it's like nice and clear like this, you could even just pop some of the zombies on the beach as well. As they're running into the water, you could put a couple of rounds to them if you had the right scope on. I don't right now, but that's okay. So underneath the waves, everything's kicking on. Look at them all come. The spider zombies got nothing. Arlene's making a good case to come up behind the spiders. There's a whole wave of zombie cruising up, and I am safe above the waterline. So they can't swim moving and they're nice and slow and barely got any hops in them at all. That's fantastic. So water is probably the most useful defense you can get in 7 days. Even when they try and take their big jumps, they still get nowhere. Yeah, no, we're fine. We're fine. They can just stay down there forever and I'll hang up there, drink some frothies, have a barbecue, and enjoy my time. Oh, I'm so glad that worked out. It was an absolute pain in the ass to build. It had a bunch of crashes because 7 Days doesn't like it right now. But in the end, we got there. So there you go. That is a different way to build the ocean base. I still like the super duper luxurious mega yacht one all the way out there. You know, that has no zombie shop at any point. If I want to fight a horde, I can go to the banks and I can fight a horde there. But this works just as well. This is a, you know, you don't have to go as far out. Not going to die when you're building it. Not going to drown all the time. Each to their own. Everyone has their preferences. This one, I mean, this one will work fine if you want to build it. So, that is the end of this episode. I hope that answers all your guys' questions about the last ocean base by building another one. It works a little bit differently, but that's okay. So I'll have to come back and build some more bases in another episode because this episode is done. So thank you guys for watching. Most of all, thank you to all the Patreons on Patreon who made this episode possible. If you like, make sure to like button down below and subscribe to this channel. Follow me on Twitter. If I don't talk to you there first, I'll see you in the next episode. Have a good one.